Hello students, our next topic is the making of Germany. This is the picture. Can the army be architect of a nation? Before we proceed, we have seen in the previous slide video that large number of political association whose members were middle class professional businessmen and various artisans came together in the city of Frankfurt and decided to vote for an all German national assembly, but their aim was to form a German as a nation could not be materialized. Now, how Germany came into existence, that we will see now. After 1848, nationalism in Europe moved away from its association with democracy and revolution. Means people were have started revolution for the formation of the nation states. Now these nationalist sentiments were often mobilized by conservatives for promoting state power and achieving political dominion over Europe. Whoever were the conservatives, they just wanted their power to be there. So they all normally they were not promoting the sentiments of the people. In 1848, middle class Germans had tried to unite the different regions of the German Confederation into a nation state governed by an elected parliament, and we have seen how they have gathered there in the St. Paul Church, but they were not able to succeed. This liberal initiative to nation building was, however, repressed by the combined forces of the monarchy and the military, supported by the large landowners called Junkers of Prussia. They wanted Frederick William IV to become a king, but he refused. And then the monarchies and military and the landowners of Prussia opposed the movement. From then on, Prussia took on the leadership of the movement for national unification. Its chief minister, Otto von Bismarck, was the architect of this process, carried out with the help of the Prussian army and bureaucracy. Here, Otto von Bismarck, the architect of Germany. 3 wars over 7 years with Austria, Denmark, and France ended in Prussian victory and completed the process of unification. Previously also we have seen that Napoleon had established rule over there, and that was known as the German Confederation. Now with the efforts of Otto von Bismarck, and after 3 wars over 7 years, the process of unification of Germany was successful. On the bitterly cold morning of 18 January 1871, a ceremony was held in the unheated Hall of Mirrors in Palace of Versailles. We can see here, to proclaim the new German Empire headed by Kaiser William I of Prussia. This is the picture of Kaiser William I of Prussia. And here is the picture of the mirrored Hall of Versailles. In the assembly, the princes of the German states, representatives of the army, important Prussian ministers, including the chief minister Otto von Bismarck, were gathered. Now here on the stage, the Prussian minister Kaiser and Kaiser William both are standing. The nation building process in Germany had demonstrated the dominance of Prussian state power. Now Germany became Germany as a nation state with the efforts of Prussia. The new state placed a strong emphasis on modernizing the currency, banking, legal, and judicial systems in Germany. If it was after the efforts of Prussia, it means it had the impact of Prussia as well, and they started uh, new systems of banking, legal, judicial, etc. in Germany. Prussian measures and practices often became a model for the rest of Germany. Here, that same picture that we have seen last. Now, this is the map of Prussia and all. This is there in your book. You can see it there and study it from there. Thanks. Have a nice day.